There was a young man who came to the monastery, full of excitement. He had recently found motivation. He had big plans, strong energy, and a desire to change his life. He said to me, "Master, I feel ready. I feel powerful. I feel like I can do anything." I looked at him gently and asked, "And how long will this feeling stay?" He paused, because deep inside, he already knew the answer. Motivation is like the morning sun. It rises beautifully, it fills you with warmth, and it makes everything feel possible. But as the day passes, that feeling slowly fades. So I told him, motivation can start your journey, but it cannot carry you to the end. The next morning before sunrise, I asked him to meet me in the courtyard. The air was cold. The sky was still dark. There was no excitement in the moment, no inspiration, no energy, only silence. I handed him a broom and said, "Sweep the courtyard." He looked confused. This was not what he expected. There was no passion in sweeping, no excitement, no reward. But he began. Slowly, quietly, without enthusiasm. The next day, I asked him to do the same thing, and the day after that, and the day after that. At first he struggled. His mind resisted. He kept waiting for motivation to return. He kept hoping to feel inspired again. But I told him, do not wait for the feeling. Continue with the action. Days passed. Then something began to change. His movements became smoother. His resistance became weaker. The task that once felt heavy became natural. And one morning he came to me and said, "Master, I don't feel motivated, but I still did the work." I smiled. That is the moment discipline begins. Discipline is quiet. It does not announce itself. It does not depend on how you feel. It simply shows up again and again, regardless of mood, regardless of conditions. When I was a young monk, I believed that growth required constant inspiration. I thought I needed to feel ready before I could act. But my teacher showed me something different. He showed me that growth is not built on powerful moments. It is built on repeated actions. Small actions. Simple actions. Done consistently. There were days when I did not feel like meditating. Days when my mind was restless. Days when I wanted to stop. But I continued. Not because I felt strong, but because I chose to be consistent. And over time that consistency became strength. Many people today wait for the perfect moment. They wait to feel ready, to feel confident, to feel inspired. But those moments are temporary. If you depend on them, your progress will always rise and fall. Discipline, however, is stable. It creates a rhythm in your life. It allows you to move forward, even when you feel tired, even when you feel uncertain, even when you feel nothing at all. And that is why discipline leads to growth, because growth requires repetition. It requires patience. It requires showing up when it is difficult. Think of a tree. It does not grow in one day of sunlight. It grows through many days, many nights, through changing weather, through storms and stillness. In the same way, your growth is not built in moments of motivation. It is built in moments of discipline. So do not chase motivation. Let it come when it comes, but do not depend on it. Instead, build a habit of showing up. Do the work when it feels easy. Do the work when it feels hard. And most importantly, do the work when you do not feel like doing it at all. Because that is where transformation happens. That is where you grow.